Okay, part 2, section 3.5a. As we're looking at this, they've already written these in each of these 3 circumstances as a combination for us. So Ryan, what I'm going to need to try to do here is I'm going to need to try to end up with something with just a variable in the middle, like is on the first page. But here, our variables are not necessarily isolated. Now before, Carson, what we did is when we subtracted something from one side, we also subtracted it from the other side. Now I have a 3-headed equation. If I subtract it from the left, I also have to subtract it from the middle, and I have to subtract it from the right. But the goal remains the same, to end up with the variable and the variable alone in the middle by itself. So how do I isolate the w and get rid of the plus 5? Well, how do you get rid of a plus 5? So this is new. You've never done this before. So go minus 5 on the left, go minus 5 in the middle, and what else do I need? A minus 5 on the right. So you have to balance the 3-headed equation. Do the same thing, Kyle, to all 3. So draw your line. And what do we have for our answer? 4 minus 5 is what? Negative 1. Less than, doesn't change. 5 minus 5 is just w. And 8 minus 5 is 3. Okay, so let's graph this over here. Negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Who feels like they can graph this for me? And the examples we've done already. Taylor, you feel like you can do it? Give it a shot. Caroline, can you?
Yeah, I can.
Go ahead.
All right. Do color in -1.
Okay.
And then do shade right.
All right.
And then left or
Okay. Because it's everything that's in between. Don't shade in the 3 because it's not equal to. So here's your graphical answer. Here's your algebraic answer. There's a 2-part answer to both of them. All right, moving down.
Basically, you don't have to go read it on both pages.
On this page, what I was trying to kind of show you is where's the blue cross the red.
No, you don't have to graph it at the end. Like,
Your goal, you need to show always the end graph and the end equation. And so here, we're showing the end graph and the end equation. Now, we didn't do the 3 inequalities here, the 3 graphs. What I'm trying to help you see, Luis, is let's just take this and what we're really saying is all the numbers that are below 3 and above -1. Let's just graph that. So this is below 3, above -1, that's the graph. So you got to have both of these parts, but you don't need to have the 3. I was just trying to show you how it sets up, much like we did, everyone without socks and who has brown hair. Those people stand up, Okay, example 5. We got this -2x plus 9. How do I get rid of and isolate just down to the x? Am I going to deal with the -2 first or the 9 first? Which makes it easier for us? Think with me. Okay, so everyone put a -9, -9, and -9. Remember, you have to do it to all 3 sides of the equation. All 3. Go from there. Mr. Robbins, 1 minus 9. -8. -2x in the middle. And someone else. -3 minus 9. -12. Okay, next. How do I get rid of my -2? Well, I would add 2 if it was subtracting, but what is it subtracting right here? No, it's multiplying. So what's the opposite of multiplying? Dividing. So we're going to divide by what? Now, I heard you say divide by -2. So we have to switch the signs. So I'm going to do that first. Less than or equal to. So put a note out to the side that says switch the sign. Put a note to yourself so you don't forget. So let's figure this. What's negative 8 divided by negative 2? Positive 4. X is in the middle. What's negative 12 divided by negative 2? 6. So let's graph this. There's 4, there's 6, there's my circles. Do I fill either one in? Which one? The 6? Where do I shade? I'm looking for numbers that are in between these numbers. So shade where? In between. So there's my graphical answer. There's my algebraic answer. John? Not right now. Okay? Looking at our last one. All right, we'll break just as soon as we finish this. 3x plus 2. First step, what do you think? Minus 2. So everyone minus 2. All right. Mr. Berg, can you give me my next line? 3. Less than or equal to? 3x. Less than 12. Good. Next step. Ashley, can you take it from there? Divide everything by 3. So all 3 divide by 3. Go ahead and give me my answer, Ashley. 1. Okay, less than or equal to x. Okay, and less than 4. So we graph it, put a number at 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 circles. TJ, which one is filled in this case?
The 1.
The 1, and where do I shade?
To the right.
Okay. So there's my graphical, there's my algebraic. Make sense? Not a whole lot new, except that today we're doing stuff to all 3 sides of the equation, and we're seeing where things are both true. So as we do this, it shouldn't be too hard, hopefully, to kind of walk through this process as we're going on it. Okay? So,